Hello, children. How are you all? Good morning. Today we'll do a new lesson, that is Unit 7, Who's the Best? Take your textbook, open to page 55. As I read, you follow in your textbook. Who's the best? Once upon a time in a kingdom far away in Arabia, there lived an old king. He had a beautiful daughter called Jasmine. The king and the princess were full of love for their people. The king had no son, so he decided to give his kingdom to the person who would marry his daughter. Many princes wanted to marry the princess, but the king wanted a suitable match for his daughter and an able prince to protect his people. So he decided to test them. From among the princes who proposed, he selected three, namely Prince Faris, Prince Anush, and Prince Jishan. He told them, I will give you all a month's time. Whoever brings the best gift for my daughter shall marry her. But the gift should be good for my kingdom too. All the princes went their way to bring the best gift for Princess Jasmine. After a month, all the three returned to the king's palace. The king and the princess were curious to see the gifts. Everyone was interested to know who their king would be. Prince Faris stood up and showed diamonds and rubies. He said, I have bought these precious stones to Prince Jasmine. A king had them with him. I fought with him, killed him, and bought these diamonds and rubies. Next, Prince Anush got up and showed the gun. He said, I have bought a gun to protect ourselves from our enemies. This gun can kill many people from a distance. Now it was Prince Jishan's turn. He had bought nothing. He bowed to the king and said, I could not bring anything for the princess as I was busy the whole month. What made you so busy? Asked the king. The prince replied politely, My lord, there is a village in our neighborhood kingdom. Some thieves entered it and took away the cows and corns of the villagers. I attacked the thief and returned the cows and corns to the villagers. Then I handed over the thieves to the kingdom and requested him to protect his people. The king said, The first prince thinks only about wealth. The second one wants to protect himself. The third one is brave and kind too. He can protect my kingdom and people. So he shall marry my daughter and rule my kingdom. All the people in the palace were very happy with the king's decision. Long live the king, long live Prince Jishan. They all cheered. Yes, now you must have seen on the TV the story of Aladdin, no? That is also one of the story of Arabian Knights. The same way, here in a far off place in Arabia, there lived an old king. Okay, he had now you can see this picture of the king. He was getting old, and he had a daughter called Jasmine. And the king and the prince loved their people of his kingdom. Now the king had no sons, so he decided to give the kingdom to the person who would marry his daughter. They would rule the country peacefully. So many princes came to marry his daughter. See, now you can see there are some princes here. So from here what the king does, he selects three princes and he says he want to give them a test, and from this three he wanted to choose one so that the Prince Jasmine could marry him. So what he said is, now these three kings' name was Prince Faris, Prince Anush, and Prince Jishan. Now he tells him that I will give you 1 month's time, and whoever brings a best gift, the king tells that he is going to give 1 month, and whoever brings the best gift for his daughter Jasmine, he will marry her, and he will also become the king of and rule his people. Now you can see the people of the kingdom. So he will be the ruler of this kingdom. So all three princes, they went in their own way to bring their best gift. Now after a month, all three returned to the king's palace. Now the king and the prince Jasmine were curious to know what gift they have bought. So first, the Prince Faris, what he says, he shows the diamonds and rubies, precious stones these are. So he said that he has bought these precious stones for Prince Jasmine. And the king asked him, from where did you get and how did you get it? Then he said, one of the kings had, and I had to fight with him and I killed him, and then I bought these diamonds and rubies with him. Next, Anush, that is Prince Anush, got up. He said, I have bought this gun to protect ourselves from the enemy. And this gun, from very far distance also, you can shoot people, you can kill them. Now last was King Jishan. Then Prince Jishan said, I am sorry, I could not bring anything for the prince because I was very busy. Then the king asks, what made you so busy? What work you had that you were so busy that you couldn't get anything for my daughter? Then the prince said that when he was going in search of some gift for the Prince Jasmine, he came to a village in the neighborhood of his kingdom, and there some thieves had entered the village. They took their cows and their corns. So what he did, he chased the thieves, he attacked them and he beat them, and then he returned the cows and corns to the people of the villages, and he handed over these thieves to the king, and he told the king, requested and told the king to protect the people from such robbers and thieves. Now the king said, the first prince, that is, who is the first prince? Prince Faris. He is only thinking about wealth. Okay. And the second one only wants to protect him. Then the third one, that is Prince Jishan. He is not only kind and helpful, but he is also very brave. He can even protect my kingdom from the people, from robbers, thieves, and keep my kingdom safe. So he shall marry the Prince Jasmine, and he will also rule the kingdom. So all the people of the palace were very happy, and they started cheering them. What was the cheering they were saying? Slogan: "Long live the king! Long live Prince Jishan!" And all were very happy for the king had taken decision. Thank you.